Hey guys, it's Anime Caveman, and today I'm going to be reading the 30th episode of Captain Tsubasa. And I gotta say, this episode, I thought we were going to have maybe a bit of filler, maybe showing off a few matches of Ultimo Academy beating some scrub teams, then Tsubasa's beating some scrub teams, but no! I like how the anime, it goes straight to the good shit we want to see, which is Ultimo Academy versus Nakatsuki SC, and I was like, yes! Because so far the match has been pretty good. And I gotta say, at this point, while Hayato hasn't composed any new tracks for this specific episode, the tracks that he composed for the finale of the first season that were used, those epic themes, I like how they're used in this episode to great effect. Now, at the very least, at this point, we could say that the OST is being used competently in Captain Tsubasa, because in the scenes where they try to surround Tsubasa and he almost got into a situation where he lost the ball, but then he passed it back to his teammates, that soundtrack kind of made it seem much more like the one that goes like, it just gave me chills and I fucking loved it. Woo! And aside from that, I like how this episode also explains through natural inner monologue why Urabe wants to beat Nakatsuki, because he was always in the shadows. He never got the glory, and to an extent, that's fucking true, because I didn't even bother knowing his name. Well, I knew his name because, shout out to Ode Blah, because he did mention Urabe, and he posted a clip in the Rabbit Caveman channel before my original channel went down about Urabe doing some epic stuff in the original version in the finale, and that shit was cool. But in the 2018 Dairy Productions version, well, he hasn't done anything. So when he actually said that, I was like, yeah, that makes sense, because if it wasn't for Odeblah's comment, it's in the comment section posting that video, I wouldn't have not even known his name or anything like that. So, yeah, it's got a good point. That's a positive on the writing staff. Really, really hit the nail in the coffin. Then, aside from that, this episode also did a good job of just showing the type of ferocity Tsubasa has, because when he makes it a point to guard Nita mano to mano, well, not mano to mano, leg to leg, because you can't use hands in football. Well, yeah, you get what I'm saying. When he says that, I was like, oh, so fucking manly. Whoa! Like, seriously, that shit was intense, and I like it because it just makes Tsubasa much more endearing, much more likable. And then it was nice to see Hyuga some maturity too, when he's told Ultimo Academy, a few members, that you're gonna need to beat Nakatsuki, a team has to be overall stronger. And I like that because it shows that Hyuga now he now really fully appreciates the team around him at this point. So that was another plus. And then aside from that, I love the little moments where whenever he had Nita try to score a ball, it literally looked like a red laser beam, like off of Dragon Ball Z. And then when Tsubasa scored his non-trapped goal, it looked like a fucking yellow energy beam fucking used by a Super Saiyan with this yellow fucking aura. And I was like, yes! This shit is lit now. Now we're going to fucking different levels of epicness. So that was also pretty cool. And it's a nice way for the animators to spice things up in the anime, because now that it's slowly approaching its over-the-topness, in my opinion, it'll make the anime better, because it's using its animation to the medium to like exaggerate things to the point where it makes things have much more impact. Now, in some animes, it wouldn't work, but in this case, it does for this specific show. Now, aside from the animation staff doing a great job, the music was pretty well placed. The voice acting, do I even need to say anything? The voice acting has been great every single episode, and the sound effects have been great. I don't even think I have to say much. Just mention that little tidbit every single episode review, because, well, I can't just ignore it because it's good. And really, The plot progression in this episode was amazing. They still keep the whole having everything done in 20 minutes and a half and being it done in one episode. So we also made a lot of progress because we got done through that, and it didn't feel rushed. It just felt perfectly placed. And then the episode did a good job of establishing Ichijo, his name's kind of hard to pronounce, as a semi-competent goalie, because it was nice to see how it took literally a whole half, just enough seconds so that Tsubasa can score the goal against him, so that Nita can't have an opportunity to counterback just to score a single goal. And that also made the episode better because, for one, it made the episode grindy. You had everyone scrapped, and it just looked cool. And when the goal happened at the end, it just felt like it had more weight and more power. So, also plus to the animators on that. I mean, in the writing staff too. Those scenes were cool. And then additionally, aside from that, it was nice to also see like new rivals being formed like Hiroshi, which is nice because it would have been, if this would have been just Tsubasa taking on, beating like some of the people we beat in the past, it'd be boring. But now that we have people like Nita for Tsubasa to beat, and now Hiroshi, who's being built up as a possible rival for later episodes, that's also appreciated. So I like how this anime, it keeps on spicing itself up each and every time. And then it was also interesting when Katagiri said that Tsubasa is turning up to be the best Japanese player, and that it's starting to be too small for him. And that kind of stuff is interesting too, which makes it seem like the anime is building up towards maybe a World Cup or Olympics. I don't know. I don't read the manga, but yeah. If it's World Cup, I'm gonna be such a fucking fanboy. Or Olympics. I mean, Olympics are cool, but yeah, we all know, people, the maximum in football is the World Cup. We all know. We all know that's the max. So I also like that too. This episode, aside from having epic football scenes, it had epic build-up. And taking all these factors into consideration, I gotta say, and Urabe, just gotta give a shout out. That character development he has in this episode was great. Just seeing his assertive personality. So that was pretty positive. And then I like how this anime is showing, it doesn't shy away from blood. Because when Tsubasa solely directs Nita's shot, but then he gets grazed in like the face and he has like a little scratch, but it's bleeding, I was like, damn. I like that because it's showing as the anime progresses, they're not going to shy away from blood, and I like that because soccer can be a bloody sport sometimes, which is good. It shows that David Productions isn't going to hold back. And taking all these factors into consideration, build up, good plot progression, character development for Urabe, and there's even a few jokes too with Sane making like these lemons with like honey for Tsubasa. Taking all these into consideration, I'm going to rate this episode a 9 out of 10. Because it was just that good. It brought all the good elements, and you really can't ask for more. So anyways, guys, these are my thoughts on the episode. Comment out your thoughts in the comment section below. Rate the video. Subscribe if you want to see more reviews. And sorry I couldn't make the live reaction, but it's because I have to schedule things, because tomorrow I'm going to try to live react to the whole Euphoria hentai series, so I'm kind of crunched in time when it comes to Captain Tsubasa live reaction, so I just wanted to get the review out for you guys, and that's why I couldn't really do a live reaction. And yeah, and I might be late for a few videos like the hero, like the sumo anime, but for the Gegege no Gitaro anime, I'm not going to be late for that one at all. 99% chance, so don't worry guys. For that one, I'm not going to be late. But for some videos, I'm going to be late because I'm going to be going hard to try to get at least 7 horror hentai live reactions done if possible. Maybe 6. I might be too ambitious. I might just settle for 2 or 1. Yeah. That's the status update. Alright guys, and gals, have a great and safe day, and I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more. Bye.